What's going on YouTube? Stealing Likes here, and you guys have caught me once again handing the cookie jar out here trying to snatch me some likes.
And welcome to another Subscriber Sunday. Now, for this one, I decided to bring out a little bit of power, a couple of pokes that need redeeming after the survival lock, namely that, actually no, only one poke that needs redeeming after that survival lock, the Ferrothorn. For some odd reason, I was thinking that Archeops was in there, thinking of what I was doing on Showdown though, however. Just bringing along some pokes. I really wanted to hop on Battle Spot and just see what I've got, because here lately I feel like my team building has been a little off. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that challenge button. Now, just to kind of get into, I know you guys have probably noticed I've been a lot better about comments lately. Nick, thank you for asking me about a Pokemon. Nick brought Porygon Z to my attention. It's a Pokemon I normally wouldn't have done, not because it's overrun, it's actually not, but more so every time I see it, I feel like, oh yeah, it's been done to the best of its ability, move on. But I've actually taken a little bit of a look at it. I think I'm actually going to build out a semi-alternative version of Porygon Z. So Nick, I will be bringing that on the channel hopefully later on this week. Depends on how long it takes me to just breed out some good IVs and get things going. So my opponent, they brought a Talonflame, they brought an Alakazam, they brought Quagsire, they brought no, that's not Ferrothorn, that's Fortress, Heliolisk, and Kecleon. Now, obviously, I want to bring Cloyster because just as easily as it can deal with most dragons, it can also handle Talonflame pretty well. Now, I do feel like Talonflame's... Oh, well, I do have Archeops. I could bring it instead. However, I don't like seeing that Heliolisk. I don't like it at all. I guess I didn't even name all the Pokemon I brought this week. However, just looking around, I want to bring Ferrothorn, and I don't. I really want to bring that Reuniclus. I'm probably going to bring Reuniclus, actually. So, G-Dog will be coming along for the first time officially. I know you guys probably thought it was going to come on the survival lock first. However, I really wanted to pay homage to G-Dog here because I told him a long time ago, or a really long time ago, that I was going to use this poke, and I haven't. So I decided to do that now. I'm going to open with Cloyster. Just getting that out there. And then I'm going to follow that up with Reuniclus, and I'm going to go with Archeops just to be safe, rather than sorry. Now, I don't know exactly what my opponent wants to bring. I know Talonflame's probably going to show up, because nobody respects Archeops. The only time I've seen him run, aside from me, I commented on somebody else's channel. I don't remember exactly whose, because I've been surfing around a lot of them lately. But I commented on somebody else's channel about them using... Ooh, this could be a very opportune moment for me. About them using their opponent using an Archeops. I felt like I wasn't alone. Then I realized they were running the NU tier. Hurt my feelings a little. Now, if I remember correctly, Fortress is a rock bug, which means it's weak to rock. And I like that. I'm going to go for a Rock Blast here. I mean, this thing probably... Oh, it doesn't care at all. It's Grass Rock. Or Grass Steel. It almost has to be then. So I clearly just misplayed myself there. Why? Not certain. But it sets up the Stealth Rocks as it wanted to. I'm kind of concerned about Cloyster at this point, honestly. I think I'm going to go into Reuniclus. Because obviously Archeops doesn't want to come in quite yet. Now, this Reuniclus, in case you guys didn't catch it in the introduction, I actually am not packing an item on Reuniclus. Oh, that's going to go terribly poorly for them. Because that switch guarantees that I have no speed whatsoever. So now, I'm going to go for... Let's see. I don't remember seeing a Dark type or a Ghost type. I remember seeing Heliolisk, though. Heliolisk might show up. But I'm actually going to go for an Acid Armor here, as my opponent doesn't switch out. They don't switch out at all. So they're looking to get up a lot of hazards really quickly. This Reuniclus might do exactly what G-Dog has shown. Now, I do have to say, G-Dog overamped this Pokemon by a lot, in my opinion. Not because... It's not a bad Pokemon at all. It's a really good Pokemon. However, it's not capable of being a one-man wrecking crew that he was predicting it to be. Talonflame, this is perfection right here. As, I mean, it might have like a Steel Wing. They could be running a little bit of an alternative, because Talonflame should have a bigger problem with rocks than a lot of people show it. However, Steel Wing doesn't bother me. You can't pack a knockoff. So I'm going to get one more Acid Armor in. I have yet to see a special hitter come in against me. Ooh, they go for a Swords Dance. Well, I don't like that one bit. So I'm going to put up my last Acid Armor. And then I'm going to go for a Psyshock to really annoy this bird. Because at this point, Talonflame's just trying to catch up, which it's not going to be very good at. Now, I might not be able to two-shot this. That's the only real problem that I'm having with it. Oh, no, I can two-shot it. So they're going to have to go for damage at this point, which I'm totally okay with. They go for a Flare Blitz. They're going to get some in. I'm hoping for no crits. That's the thing, too, is that G-Dog shows this Pokemon, and even though it's capable of taking really great hits, in Gen 6, crits negate all defensive increases you have, whereas your opponent's hit still gets their buffs, which makes for just a really bad time. Now, this Quagsire could be special. I'm going to recover just to be on the safe side. Oh, they go for a Toxic. It's Stall Quagsire, which is perfect by me, because that means it's probably packing an Earthquake. I've seen that on most of the Stall Quagsires that I've run against. Or at least that's Showdown, which there are some differences. I'm going to set up a Calm Mind. Yeah, they go for a Scald. Obviously, not a great time for me. Now, oh, this thing could be unaware. In fact, I'm willing to bet it's unaware. And if it's unaware, can I even kill this thing? No, probably not. I'm going to go for a Psyshock. It goes for a Scald. Now, the damage right here is going to tell me a little bit about this thing. Hopefully it's not. It is unaware. So, Reuniclus is not going to be able to get this done. At all. However, I'm tempted to stick it out. Let me see. I brought Cloyster and Archeops. Neither of which pack a grass type move. So, unfortunately, you guys are going to have to sit through me dealing with Quagsire, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be packing Recovers. And with it being unaware, it doesn't even care about my defense. I didn't think about that either. But I'm just going to keep going for Psyshocks here. I mean, I know they're probably going to recover in my face. I'm just going to have to hope. Oh, there's an Earthquake. So, yeah, I'm just really going to have to hope that I can deal out enough damage that it doesn't make a difference, which isn't likely. Now, here I have to go for a Recover. I've taken enough hits. I mean, if this thing is... Oh, no, it's going to kill my Reuniclus. Okay, so Reuniclus not getting an option there. I really should have paid a little bit more attention to this Quagsire, as it's going to pack some problems. Cloyster Archeops? That's really a good question. Cloyster's got a neutral Icicle Crash. Or Icicle Crash, no, Icicle Spear. Archeops has a lot of nothing that I can think of. Nothing that I can think of that's good for this situation. I mean, alright, yeah, I'm going to go into Cloyster. Just because I can't think of a single move on Archeops that would really work out for me here. Whereas the 5 hits off of... Yeah, I know I'm taking a lot of damage. The 5 hits off of this Icicle Spear should at least get something done. They're probably going for... Actually, they might have to go for a recover right now. Oh, this is not going to kill. This is not going to kill at all. Yeah, there's a 4th hit, and even though I hit him down into the red, this is going badly for me. Yep, and there's a recover. So, really not enjoying where this one's going. Let's see. I mean, see, I'm stuck in here with this scarf. Ugh. Just bad time. Bad time. Let me check out Archeops. I should have done this a little bit more in detail. Archeops, what do you have for me? What do you have for me? Yeah, I've got absolutely nothing here. So unfortunately, you guys are going to have to sit through a little bit of stalling, as my opponent is about to drop bombs. Now, I mean, obviously they're going for the Toxic right now, and with the amount of damage that I dealt out last time, I already know it's not looking very good. Is that crit? There's a crit. I should have screamed it's a crit, but I didn't. So there are 5 hits. Actually, that's not that bad. So they go for the Scald, which is resisted, maybe fishing for a burn. They do not get it. Huh. I feel like he's at, or she, is at a higher health range than they were last time. So I pretty much have to hope for that 10% crit chance, which is just garbage, if I do say so myself. Maybe not. No? No, I actually didn't need the crit there. Because, and this is something else for you guys, I study my numbers if you didn't know. Crits do 1.5 times damage, so it's the equivalent of getting 5 hits out of the 4, which is kind of nice. Now they go into Fortress. Now, obviously, I mispicked their typing last time. But right here, I'm just going to go for the Icicle Spear. At worst, it's neutral. No, it's not. It's resisted too. What is going on here? Do I just not know what type Fortress is? I landed another crit, so I'm dead. No, I'm not dead even on 10%. I'm actually up by 1 crit on 10. That Gyro Ball is going to murder. Now, oh my god, my Cloyster's still alive. That is insane. That is insanity. I kind of feel like switching out. However, I want Archeops as full as possible. What is this thing? I'm going to look it up after this fight, and I know that. I'm just going to go for another Icicle Spear and really think. Because this thing... Alright. It resisted the Rock Blast. It resisted the Icicle Spear. It's packing a really good Gyro Ball, actually. But what is it? That's the real question right now. Because if it was a Grass type, it wouldn't resist the Icicle Spear. But if it was a Bug, it wouldn't resist the rocks. I'm really confused right now. Really, really confused. Because part of me wants to go for a U-turn. Especially since I know this thing wants to Gyro Ball, and that will be the end of Archeops and all of its usefulness. I'm really tempted to go for the Earthquake. Just because I'm going to go for the Earthquake. I'm going to do it. I'm going to see how it does. And hopefully I'm going to like it. That, I don't like it. I don't like it. That it's neutral. Is this thing maybe Grass Rock? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I lost to typing, and I know I lost to typing. That is bad. So, taking another loss in this one. I hope you guys enjoyed that along with a little bit of the news. But we will be back in 5 seconds with one more, so you guys stay put. And we are back. Already hit that challenge button, and I looked up that Fortress Bug Steel. So I guess that the Rock Blast wasn't resisted it was just doing lower damage due to the lack of stab, and I was taking that as it being resisted for some odd unknown reason. Now, my opponent in this one, they brought Quillfish, Skarmory, Rhyperior, Gardevoir, Dustox, I think. It's one of the poison bugs, or it's a poison bug or a flying bug. It's a bug. And Tangela. Almost has to be packing an Eviolite. Now, looking at my opponent's team, I'm bringing Reuniclus. Because I see 2 poison types in here. I don't really see... I mean, maybe Skarmory's packing a dark type move. Or I think Rhyperior can. But I'm not really seeing a lot of things out there that threaten me on that side of things. However, Archeops is coming. And I know that sounds like crazy talk. However, the big reason why I want to bring Archeops is more so due to its ability to hurt Quillfish with the Earthquake, Rhyperior with the Earthquake. Skarmory is one of the few that's going to take a neutral and just not care. The Gardevoir obviously not going to enjoy an Earthquake. And that bug is really going to hate a Rock-type move. I'm actually going to lead Archeops here. Then I'm going to follow up with Reuniclus, and I don't want to bring Cloyster, actually. As much as I'm liking what I'm seeing for Cloyster, that Rhyperior could be a real... You know what? I'm going to argue myself out of it. I'm bringing the exact same team, just in a different order. At least I think it's the exact same. I could be mixed up in the head. But let's see what my opponent leads off with. I don't know if they expect the Archeops lead. I don't even know if they really know what my Archeops does. Not so much my Archeops as Archeops in general. Now, what do we got here? Rhyperior is the first Pokemon out of the gate. Well, now I really kind of do want to go with Cloyster. Huh. I could U-turn. I could regret this later in the match. I'm going to Earthquake. If for no other reason than that Expert Belt is really tempting me to do things with this. They go for the Ice Punch. I was expecting a Rock-type attack. So, Archeops lives at 1. Now, this is where things get odd. Because I know there are 2 bugs. There's Silcoon and Cascoon, which I think that's a play on like Butterfree and Beedrill's evolutionary lines from Gen 1. I know one is Bug Poison, and I think the other one's Bug Flying. If it is, I kind of want to keep Archeops around. And seeing that Ice Punch, I'm going to go for the U-turn. I'm going to hopefully preserve Archeops for long enough to put down that bug if they brought it. And I know that might seem like an odd choice. It also gives me a free switch into Reuniclus later on in the match. But the Ice Punch really doesn't scare me. Double resisted? Yeah, double resisted, that is not going to cut it. I mean, I'm huge. I took 9 damage off of that. So here, being afraid of what Rhyperior could do in the long run, I'm going to go for the Icicle Spear. I'm going to keep it stab and safe, 100% hit chance, all 5 hits, and that should kill. I mean, from where I'm sitting, it looks like it's going to kill. That's a crit? No, not a crit. I know that the damage range on these is actually a little bit better than 125 power. I've done my math on that. And I'm really waiting to see what they come out with after Rhyperior. Because this could change the tide of the battle. But as I've talked about pretty much all week, what I am looking to do this week is bring a lot of the Pokemon I've been working on. I've been working on a lot of problem and answer Pokemon for Tactical Tuesdays. Also, I've been working on a video for real weird alternative tactics, although I'm not sure when it would come or how. Next up, this Skarmory. Now Skarmory's going to take a neutral Icicle Spear. I don't have a fire type move, so I'm okay with that. I'm going to see what this thing wants to do. It could set up Stealth Rocks on me, which would hurt my feelings due to this. What is going on here? Am I going to give this thing like 9 million speed boosts? Because that would be terrible. I would have to go immediately into Reuniclus after this spearing is over. Yeah, this is not going to go well. However, if its defense is falling that quickly, this could be fun. This could be really fun. Now, there's the last hit. That weak armor actually worked against them a little bit. I need to see what kind of damage they do. Because that was 5 speed increases, and there's a Swords Dance. Now, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Because they are now going to punch me in the face as hard as they can. I'm obviously going for the Icicle Spear, not that it matters. They go for a Sky Attack. They get Cloaked in Light. Eat up a White Herb. Is that what it is? Oh, Power Herb. That's it. And then they hit my big old bulkiness and take me down. This is where things get bad. Because Reuniclus packing a Psyshock is probably not going to kill this thing. And Archeops at 1 is definitely not going to kill this thing. However, I am forced into the Psyshock here, aren't I? Yeah, I'm forced into Psyshock. So, now I got to see if my bulk is bulky enough. They went for a Brave Bird. Why would you go for a Brave Bird? I don't even know. I don't know why they go for a Brave Bird there. But they go for the Brave Bird. They take themselves out. My Psyshock obviously failing. Now, they have 1 Pokemon left. Oh, and it's an intimidating Quillfish. This works for me. Maybe. Oh, no it doesn't. No it doesn't. No it doesn't. Because Archeops is not going to be able to kill this thing. However, I can only assume they're going to kill me. Probably with a... Oh, they've got priority. That's why they did it. They don't care. They don't care at all. So I'm going to go for the Psyshock, even though the Aqua Jet is coming in. No Aqua Jet. What is this? What is this madness? So, they do take down... That's 2 takedowns against my little G-Dog homie. And now I'm going into Archeops, who's really... I've got to hope... Nah, I already know. It's not going down. Here's the Earthquake. It does hit first, so I guess they aren't packing Aqua Jet. And I do half. So, respectable, but obviously not killing. So I end up going 0-2 this game. I do hope you guys enjoyed that. I actually did have a lot of fun with it. I met an opponent with alternative Pokemon. These were not common. At least that Quillfish didn't seem common. It was lacking the Aqua Jet. The Skarmory was completely unexpected. Now, without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. However, I hope you guys are as pumped as I am about this upcoming week. Because this week, I will be running, hopefully, a lot of new Pokemon. I'm obviously going to have to throw down some breeding time, in addition to what I've already been doing. And without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a nice night. I will see you tomorrow with MVP.